Want to 3,000. That's 3,000. All right. Where am I going in? Everything seems to be working on. I got my guy looking more like a warrior priest. I got my tome, I got my shield, I got my hammer. I really like the graphics in this game. Oh, I shouldn't say the graphics, I should say the style of the game, the style of the weapons, of the shield, of the aesthetic. I think it's actually really cool. PvP is fun. I think can be fun when it gets a little bit organized and a little bit more. You get some levels, you know how to use your abilities. I've been giving it a go. But the thing that I've been struggling a bit about, and also I had a very long week, haven't been able to play a lot, is how exactly am I getting the lore here? I think the quests are interesting, but I haven't figured out how to do the public quests. So I think I gotta figure out how to... I just gotta quest a little bit more because I've been doing some PvP and leveling through PvP. I haven't figured out. I do have my tome and I have a few entries, but I haven't seen anything all that interesting about the lore, so let's see if it picks up a little bit.
At long last.
Ooh. Oh. Here's a stone. You know what? It's not that bad. This one I don't need it because I already got an item level 4, so it's a main hand. I bought this shield. But I could use this recruiter stone. It's a blue item as well. And 10 Righteous Fury every second. Righteous Fury is what you use for special abilities or for healing. Alternate appearance available. Full power plus 3 wounds. I'm gonna use it. See how I look with this. I'm seeing this.
Time's marching on, and so should you.
Nice. You can have you just have your tome like right there on your side. That's actually really cool. It gives you an actual buff. This is such a paladin warrior sort of deal going on. I absolutely love the style of this game. It's a really cool theme, really cool style. Now I just need to figure out the lore. Thing is that you do get these things going. Yes. With content. I'm not liking like leaving open-ended quests. And there's some. Figure this out. I wonder if the shield it is not just block. Your attacks have a 2% chance to be defended against. Okay, well that's good as well. Get plus 3 wounds and 6 full power sounds better.
Finally. Time's marching on, and so should you.
Gonna turn the siege. Got but.
Good job.
I just kill a bunch of people down there. I wonder if I can kill them with the cannons. No. Well, that's an immersive. Oh, you actually hold your hook on the other hand. That's actually so cool. How much are you? Yes. Sure. Oh, fine. Oh, yeah. Seems to be some sort of code. It seemed like, yeah, he has a skull on the other side of his hand, so sound like some sort of cultists. It's in a first-person view. I wonder if I can see my weapon swinging if I play in first-person view. Also like zombies or something of that nature. Let's look at them. In the eyes, they got blood on their attire. Wow, that's pretty screwed up for this. This is the thing, that this darker theme. This seems to be because you couldn't like saw like a piece of clothing that seems like a face. This is a face. They saw face to the attire somehow. That's pretty grim. These are just probably, you can see, they look like Daedric weapons from the Elder Scrolls. That looks like a Daedric weapon, swords. So these are just like, it has a skull on their side. They're just like these random cultists. Look sickly. Like they've gone mad. You got the face and the as a belt, the sword. Their attire, they're just gone crazy. It's actually really cool, since these are like summoners of some sort. Yo! Alright. So I don't know much about this game, but I think the whole thing is mainly about the forces of order and the forces of chaos. It's like the Alliance and the Horde, but I think in Warhammer Lore it goes a little bit further, because these eternal forces, which you can see as the void and the light and so on and so forth, in this world they are a little bit more complicated than that, so I really find that really interesting.
Praise the gods.
It's just gonna fire blood. Your XP? Just do.
Ronald bless you.
Or
I ain't getting any younger.
I totally missed this quest.
There's work to be done. Karazakarak will never fall.
Fight against the twisted manlings because the farms or something. Okay. Oh, it's the same one. I've done this quite a few times now. There's a bunch of quests. Same, with the same public quest. That's an interesting design.
Praise the gods.
Should I sprinkle with?
Plenty of work to be done.
Let's go around, look in the wood, and take their horn. Try to over the beastman. Jeez.
Go to it.
I'll kill the dudes, yeah. Such a simple marauders.
We are the Raven Host. We are the Raven Host.
Like, first person view is a little bit more immersive in a way. Look at this guy, he's a knight or something.
We are the Raven Host.
And maybe first person view is not that good for that. I like it so much that you can't have you look when you're in. It's so badass.
All will fall to our might. We are the Raven Host.
Oh, I have the dome now, so I can heal. That's actually so cool.
We are the Raven Host. All will fall to our might. We are the Raven Host.
Show courage and Sigmar will give you strength. Stand your ground. Show courage and Sigmar will give you strength. Stand your ground. Show courage and Sigmar will give you strength. Stand your ground. Show courage and Sigmar will give you strength. Stand your ground. Show courage and Sigmar will give you strength. Stand your ground. Show courage and Sigmar will give you strength. Stand your ground. Show courage and Sigmar will give you strength.
Crush your beauty skulls! These gonna smash us!
Oh, actually. Good. Let's see.
At long last. Time's marching on, and so should you. Finally. Good luck. You'll need it. Get on with it.
Listen to a veteran a while. Time's marching on, so should you.
Worship the dark gods above all orders. All the solid corpses covered with faint symbols to be burned. Interesting. This Norland. Oh, it's a sprite. Interesting. Hold it. So interesting.
We are the Raven host.
This sprite, it has a very weird look to it. It's alien. I find that really, really interesting. I think there are those. I can find. I think I could talk to it. It's very interesting.
At long last. Sigmar's blessings.
Guys, shout talk to these guys. Make them unafraid. Give
By
them
the luck of Ranald.
some support vibes of that nature. Just gonna smash these dudes.
Who are you then? What are you called then? You hear about the war?
Tarl's teeth.
There you are. Time's marching on, and so should you.
Search for Granter Murphy's coffin. Interact with it. They're lucky. Find Granters. The legendary hammer to Waller and Bitterzone. Forge near the wheat fields when dawn. Okay, it's kind of quest a little like. Nice. Major landmark, Grunter's Lucky Hammer. I wonder that whether this cave was, this crypt was empty or what. Seems to be grave for a dwarf who was buried with his hammer of sorts. It was like the best hammer he ever created, and this, if we retrieve this hammer, this would give that other dwarf that we're dealing with, I don't know, it'll make him happy or something like that. I was looking into this cave the other day and I was just like exploring it, and it's so cool. Its elements are so interesting. It's really dark, really sort of environmentally cool. It's really cool. It's so cool. I was talking about how World of Warcraft have these dark themes anymore. So Disney, like, but in classic MMORPGs, the MMORPGs should deal with these themes of death and revenants. It's like the cool thing about MMORPGs, classic one, the whole medieval fantasy, and kind of exploring the mythology surrounding all of this. Because some sort of these are not zombies, these are not ghosts, these are revenants of sorts. They keep some sort of, they're corporeal, they're material bodies, but at the same time they're not fully materialized. They are sort of some sort of ectoplasm. So I remember some games where you kill these guys and they leave ectoplasm behind because they are sort of material, very material. This is a dwarf. Saying, they're scuffling. They're gonna try and take it. Hammer. Put it. Cool. I always like to, in all these, when you find in video games, you find these funerary rites. I remember in Elder Scrolls, in Skyrim, when you go into the Nordic tombs, there's a lot of like there's a lot of items in the art into these tombs that connect to real themes and real mythologies, which I find really, really cool. I'm not sure if there's something like that here. There's some interesting neat symbolism dealing with the dwarves and sort of like their art and whatnot. But this one is really cool. This is a symbol of death somehow. It's time sword, which is coming to kill. It's death itself, some sort of an angel. It has like a long list of something. I wonder what this long list. So the art here makes it seem like this is a very long list. So is this the list of names that death must take, or does it have to do something with the specific? Oh, there's a tree skull down here. That's really cool. That's actually a Celtic item. So I really like when they connect these fantasies, these narratives with like real themes. And this tree skull item, I mean, you can call it a tree skull. This is actually a falcnet in Nordic mythology, which symbolizes the continuum of life, where it goes and goes and goes. It never ends. It always connects, going forward. Tree skull more in Celtic, which these symbols of they seem Celtic in a sense. It's kind of a combination between the Celtic, the Nordic, which is really cool. It's the continuation of life. Three triangles here, and the North's always going, never stopping. This is actually really neat. So the dwarves are sort of connected. Can I jump here? Yeah, I can jump here. Nice. The dwarves in this lore are sort of, yeah, also like the wings. I mean, this is the actual Viking, I think, horns or wings, but they might have actually. It's really cool that they put the falcnet in it. Let's see if I cannot read any like this. Are these deeds that these Dwarf should have done through life, and are these his deeds? Are these things that Mortis that in Latin, or are these just the names that is gonna take? Really interesting anyway. This is the kind of an environmental lore that I like, and as I say, these dark themes, they're no longer explored in modern MMOs like World of Warcraft. Read the World of Warcraft is just nonsense, and goblins and Brooklyn. This is what I want from MMORPGs, the medieval epic fantasy. The connection with the dead, as I said, the whole thing about the revenants coming, this so cool. I mean, this is like, we could have done a better job here, but I mean, I guess when you're not straight looking at it, it kind of looks cool from a distance. Right. Something else going forward. Digmon dies, spirits, so these are some sort of Nordic spirits, it seems. Say they are translucent, you can like kind of see through them, but at the same time they do have their material body still in a way. It's a very interesting take on these movements here. As I said, I do a lot of research into the afterlife phenomenon, and when people go on the other side, it's not like these macabre sort of things are real, but they do say that they keep some sort of a light body with them. A lot of people who study out-body experiences and near-death experiences, they talk about this theme of taking some sort of body with them as long as it's going to be useful for them. Because what a lot of near-death experiences say is that the shock of dying is a little bit too much sometimes. They need to have the feeling that they still possess a body of sorts. So I find this in our lores, in our beliefs, this idea that you keep some sort of a ghostly body. It comes from somewhere. If you read the book on out-of-body experiences from Robert Monroe, who was the founder of the Monroe Institute and one of the pioneers in out-of-body experience research, he mentioned that he would keep his body, and later he was taught by entities in the heavens, you might say, the beings that he contacted while he was out of body, that these bodies are not really necessary. They are just a tool for people to navigate somehow in some sort of reality while they get accustomed to navigate with their minds, in a sense, with their souls, if you may, with pure consciousness. So this whole idea of partially materialized bodies in crypts, that it's a really interesting one. That I like that crypt. That was pretty neat. Let's see if I have to uncover more things about this crypt. Oh, I gotta go to this board menu.
Here's work for you. Remember your ancestors.
There's kind of the lower kind of connects. I miss all of these quests, but I see what the quests. That's a beast man. And I gotta go gray lady something. Yeah. If I can find another sprite. That sprite was very interesting. Right here. Strike. Okay. Hope that I can find a sprite or a fairy of sorts. It was very interesting, the one I saw before. I wonder if that was just like a rare NPC. It's not so awesome. I could talk to thing. It didn't show like a sword, it showed like a speech bubble. What am I doing here? That's a beast man. Beast man. Oh, there actually is some sort of beast here. The Sarmunas. The satyr. Very cool design. It's a little bit more realistic than World of Warcraft. Satyrs and all these things are a little bit more caricaturistic, more like cartoons. This one is really cool. Savage cool. Really interesting. It looks like some sort of a demon in a sense. This was all over the art in ancient Celtic myth, ancient Celtic stories, and this is where I think this is one of the theories where the figure of Satan with the horns and with the hooves comes from, because of these ancient Celtic mythological creatures. So since the pagans were like the enemies of the Christians, it seems that they took these beings and they symbolized the devil for the ancient Christians. I find that interesting. I think there's more to that story. First sprite still here. 7, he was friendly. He just died when I...
Praise the gods. To the road.
Which may take for anything suspicious that could indicate the presence of a foul force. Foul wounds, 0, 1. I don't believe the tales these old hands tell. Maybe I'll believe them about the Beastman. And that you've shown me those horns, maybe... What about changelings? foul Daemon, ancient soul, like Thorvald the Miller. The next day, like Francine the baker's wife. Things those old hands would say. You mean where does it live? Doesn't exist, I tell you. The old hands say it lives in Murderwood. With all the other nightmares in their federal field of brains. Say its true nature is only revealed in a reflection of the world. Appear to you as a loved one, a neighbor, or even Karl Franz. Yes, it lives by the lake, so it can look its own beautiful face. This is very interesting. So this is some sort of what they're calling here changelings. So this is so interesting. I'm actually loving this. So it connects with these little sprites. So when we look at this little sprite here, let me try to do this. So this thing was just flying here. I was just on my way to the quest. It was just flying here, this rare sprite, and it gave me a speech bubble. So I should have talked to it, but I couldn't talk to it. I just dismounted and it instantly died. Thing is that it doesn't look like a Disney fairy. This is what I'm saying about keeping the grim themes in MMORPGs, which is this one is a darker one versus the Disney fantasy, because this one looks like some sort of alien creature of sorts. And as I've said, I've done a lot of research into ancient mythologies and the fates and whatnot. When you go into it, you realize that all of this is going into contact phenomenon. The whole thing about UFOs and spirits, and the whole thing is correlated, and it's literally metaphysical phenomena, things beyond physical phenomena. So this is why people see them in different ways and all these creatures and whatnot. And then you connect the psychedelics, where these ancient people, these ancient Celts would have access to these plants in woods like psilocybin and so on and so forth, the mushrooms that you may. They would ingest these psychedelics, and what the psychedelics, according to the research, do. What the psychedelics do is that they remove some sort of blockage in the brain, which allows consciousness to exit the brain into the other realms, to the quote-unquote metaphysical realms, where they have contact with these beings, which are not really outside, but inside of us or all around, if you may, going into some of the Bible themes. So that's how they were able to contact these beings, in a sense, and the fairies and all of these, like these Cernunos, sort of the satyrs, these what they're called here, beastmen. All of these things were real in a different frame of reality, not in the physical reality that we conceive every day, but in a different frame of reality. Which, in today's research, even if you go into some of the research in psychedelics right now, Big Pharma, and you go into the articles, and Big Pharma is saying, how do we deal with the quote-unquote entities that people are meeting when they are going through psychedelics? So that's something very interesting to take into account. So now what we're gonna see here in Murderwood is like the foul rune. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go and look into these quote-unquote changelings. Okay, so finally I managed to connecting to the lore here, and like I love that I'm actually a warrior priest, kind of investigating this whole paranormal phenomenon. I got like my holy book with me and everything while going into this paranormal phenomenon and whatnot. So yeah, this is actually really cool. Yeah. So deep in the woods, you find these satyrs, you find these beastmen, and supposedly somewhere in this lake, there's a quote-unquote changeling, which is haunting the people in the villages. The thing about this changeling is a shapeshifter. It changes, it morphs into the villagers. It may appear as a loved one, but is looking it's looking to take something from the people. And this is the whole story of the vampire. As I said, when you go into that crypt, you see these quote-unquote revenants. There are books written about the revenants in ancient European fantasies and whatnot, and it's all tied, as I say, to the paranormal phenomenon, to the out-of-body experience, to the alter. It's more known as the newer, more scientific term is altered states of consciousness. So when people say that they go outside their bodies and they go into the heavens and they connect to these beings, or when they do psychedelics and they go into somewhere else and they connect to these quote unquote, as far as Big Pharma likes to call it, quote unquote entities, in near other experiences as well, people meet these beings and these beings appear to them as religious figures or as loved ones. This is happening in the near-death experiences where people see their mothers, their sisters, their sons, their daughters, even their pets in the other side, when they connect to the other side. And there's usually a positive message, there's something good going on there. These are some entities or beings which we don't really fully understand now that do have this ability to shapeshift. And in ancient mythologies, these shapeshifters and these fairies, and they had many names, and they were conceived as gods and so on and so forth. All of this seems to be connected to the number one interdimensional phenomenon, the quote-unquote spiritual phenomenon, and newly found UFO extraterrestrial phenomenon is all connected. So I just love going into these games which just put forward the mythologies and the fantasies where all of this comes from. Now we're having a better idea of where the truth about all of these things. This is why I say the lore is important. Having some sort of a story is important. More important than the story is the lore, because in the things that repeat amongst the lore and amongst the stories, we find pieces of truth, of something more tangible than just dumb stories about goblins and being like mafia people in their mind or whatever. Now I've been talking crap about World of Warcraft for a while, but it's just I really hate when all of these new developers just absolutely trashing lores and like putting their political ideas into the lores. It's just disgusting. There's so much to be learned and to be connected with actual ancient historical phenomena. Okay, so what do I find here? Some sort of a slab, some sort of a runic symbol with it. Interesting. Like a 9 of swords. So that guy over there, the quest giver, said something about a foul rune magic by the lake. Expect the foul. Rune pulses with a light. The symbol is known to you as one of the dark tongue. Pulsing grows stronger as you listen closer. Soon a strange smell fills the air. Cool. With a bloodthirsty howl, the Grimmenhagen changeling appears in Murderwood. Its true nature is revealed by the waters of the lake. It charges you with teeth bared, kill him before he kills you. I don't want to turn around. The Grimmenhagen changeling takes its hand as proof that it existed and then report your finding back to Ulfred in Grimmenhaven. If you fail to kill the Grimmenhaven changeling and it despawns, you will have to abandon this quest and restart it from the foul rune. Okay? Oh shit. Yeah, that actually scared me. Oh. Am I in danger? I'm not in danger. What is this thing? Some sort of demon. Literally a demon. Oh my god! Stupid bug. Hog. I'm trying to do research on these beings, Hog. Don't mess with me. I know it's kinda thing to speak. Right now, Soulbound just changeling. And so I took the hand, I got his hand. It's literally like a demon with horns of swords. It has feet like some sort of a, I don't even know. So it's just a demon. It's just a demon in the lake. I wonder if I swim in the lake, if there's something interesting. Let's swim. Will allow you to create more. You're not that will swim that can still hit you and still damage you as well. Spending too much time in water. Can I submerge? I just okay, so questing in this game. I finally like I was gonna skip this whole quest, like all this questing I was gonna skip it. I think it's better for me to just focus on the lore a little bit, then do PvP on different sessions, and just mix it up because it messes me up. So now that was some sort of a demon of sorts, so like a little tiny grape-bodied figure in a sense. And as I say, I research on the afterlife and all the paranormal things. People do see demons in other states of consciousness. There are two theories. There are different theories, but one of the things that, I mean, I'm gonna be making a video about this, and connecting the lores with the real themes. One of the things about this going outside of the body, whether through a near-death experience, an out-of-body experience, psychedelics, or whatsoever, where people meet these beings and whatnot, is that when you go outside the body, it is a mental realm. This is why, as I was saying before, in these crypts, which you see these beings, these sort of semi-corporeal beings, which kind of have like a translucent ectoplasmic sort of body, which is decayed in a sense because we show the decay of the human body, of the human physical body, but in a way it's not really physical. So the decay is in their minds. When people go into near-death experiences, they usually have these ghost bodies in a sense, but since they are in a positive aspect, in a positive state of mind, in a place filled with love, they see their bodies as young as they can be, and in their best years, in their 30s or their 20s, and not decaying like this. But when people have these negative altered states of consciousness, whether you call it a bad trip or a negative near-death experience, and so on and so forth, when people see demons, where people do see decaying bodies and this sort of thing, it's usually part of their own psyche and their own state of mind as they pass on to death, or as they are having a quote trip through whatever psychedelic substance they might dabble with. It's usually their state of mind which gives them these experiences, because the theory suggests that the other side is mental. It is purely mental. It's purely consciousness, and you have control over it. So this is why they say you might have a ghostly body for some time while you need it as a tool. So in these realms of the mind, especially going from third dimension, which is the physical reality, into the fourth dimension, which is, and even in the fifth dimension, sometimes they say, that's these are terms that people might go into them later. You find the astral realms where all positive and negative collide, and that's the realm where you have angels and demons. So people do see demons in a sense, but I think this is a trick of the mind in a sense as well. I did a lot of research on this. My research is inconclusive in that sense, but yeah, there are people who go into altered states of consciousness. They see these demons, like this changeling who supposedly its real form was some sort of a horned demon with a grape-shaped body in a sense. But the reason why we don't see them in reality, material reality, is because, as I said again, it's a different reality.
There you are.
We are a simple folk here with nothing to do with knights and battles, and most of us wouldn't know one end of weapon from difference to those tribal savages. They slaughter us all the same. But what is that? What sort of person carries such hideous things with them? They're coming out. Take this and be gone with your horrors. You're proving to them that the demon war is real.
Goodbye.
Okay, I won't bother you no more, farmer. Remain in ignorance. Alright, now I get to move on. I'm gonna go here, see the Great Lady. Maybe there will be more quests in there. Wonder if I go to my bestiary, if I would see more a horror of the stench. What's that? Oh, here it is. So this demon is called a horror of the stench, or stench. I don't know. Look upon a horror of the stench for more than a few moments is to invite madness. The lesser demons are chaos in its most raw form, constantly shaping and changing at the whims of the Lord of Change. Very interesting. Conquer horror, now kill 25, the colors of horror, perform a specific task. I love this book. I love how the game is managing lore right now. I finally found it. I was about to give up on this, but it seems very interesting. That this is a known demon in a sense, and part of the demons of the list. So, okay. So in this game, where do I find this? It's actually the bestiary. So it says it's a lesser demon, chaos. These lesser demons are chaos in its most raw form. So this is the raw form of chaos. As you go forward, you find stronger demons, shifting and changing to the whims of the Lord of Change. Look into this for more than a few moments is to invite madness. So now, this game is about the forces of order and the forces of chaos, which in a sense is sort of the same and going into the light and the void. So now, in this okay, just give this quest. I think I can build upon this. Just a second, because it's important. This whole theme of demons. I think I'll meet some more demons later on. I'll try to make this video secondly.
Keep to the road.
Yeah.
There you are. On your way
No,
now.
I would sell some of my stuff. Questing for quite a while now.
Step right up.
Loving the questing in this game. I thought I wasn't gonna get it so much. It's actually. $6 hours. Let's save it for another time. Slightly better.
They're your friends.
Killing the savage. I think it's gotta be like bosses over there.
Badgers!
I'm gonna go shield for this. Yeah, let's just try it. This order banner be try that. gonna have to kill this guy, but we'll see. Oh, it's right there. Nice. Trivial now for some reason. Damage Shield. Which person? Call. Decide. Kill the Savage Shield first. It. Five. I'll get. Five. Strange, what is it? I don't remember why I killed this guy. Let's see. In my tone. Oh, I don't know if that word is little heal. Remember, it was something about the daughter who got killed because these Northmen were attacking or something. That's pretty sad. Messed up. This public quest thing is very interesting. I think when the game was like active, because it's still kind of active, surprisingly, after like so many years, and being that it's not such a popular MMORPG, it's still kind of active. Oh, there's one of those things again. Oh, these are the siege demon thingies. Wow, so interesting. Windmill. Okay. There's somewhere. One of those demons that I've found before. Very interesting.
There you are.
Plus, over for sending you my way. The new recruit will have a fighting chance now. This spur belt, unlikely I'll see another God, now I have too many belts. It's not good though. It's the one that I find is better. Recruits will have fighting chance now. Take this perp like 10. Okay, thank you. Since
Ranald bless you. Praise the gods.
not
Safe travels.
this
Finally.
bugged. What's happening? Oh, I think
Goodbye.
I have too many items in my inventory.
Fine wares
Also-
and finer prices.
Four 77, 15 block rating. This one's 77. Oh, dwarf, man, come on! It's really annoying. You get a lot of loot that is not for you. I need though.
You
It's
can come back anytime.
like the aesthetic of the classes is actually really cool. So to do with
At
that.
long last.
Come on.
Keep to the road.
Okay, sure. The one works, I guess. The burning windmill from complete ruin, or at the very least, its grain store. Schultz, Green Lady, Count. Don't. This is no regular raid, it's a full-scale invasion of the Empire. All demons. Virgin demons from. Okay. It's gonna be.
I ain't getting any younger.
Quest from. Let's do it. No, actually, I'll do that another time because it'll allow me to talk about the demons. Because the thing is that I think there's gonna be a remaster of Oblivion, which is gonna be really really cool because for some reason I could never fully finish Oblivion. I remember the last time that I was about to finish it, I was drinking wine while going through the lore, and I was browsing castles to download with. And I dropped wine all over my keyboard, and my computer was done. Like I lost a bunch of money right then and there, and I lost all my Oblivion stuff. I just didn't want to restart it because I had a bunch of mods in it, and it was really cool. And I didn't want to play without mods. So I'm really looking forward to this whole remastered Oblivion. But why? Because the lore in Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls. But specifically Oblivion, the whole idea of these portals coming from somewhere else and the Mysterium Xarxes, and these demons coming forward, kind of invading. As I said, these demons and these beings in the research, I do afterlife research and some paranormal phenomenon research, and all ties with the lores and mythology, so on and so forth. So these demons, as I mentioned before, they connect to these other frames of reality, these alterations of consciousness, where in the astral realms, if you may, people connect with these beings, and if you go right now on Google, like I know I'm sounding like a complete psycho right now, I'm gonna be making these videos and making shorts and stuff. Or if you go right now and Google psychedelic research, big pharma, and entities, you're gonna find that big pharma is acknowledging the existence of the quote-unquote entities, these beings that people are seeing when they partake into psychedelics. And the psychedelics, I got through the research. I don't know if I'm gonna do research in these videos that I'm gonna be doing about lore. I might be doing it because I do a lot of actual research, just peer-review research on how the psilocybin, what it does, the psychedelics, what they do is they allow a specific part of the brain to be untethered in a way, so that consciousness escapes. And now there's some other research which suggests that our brain, our consciousness is actually bits of quantum information, the microtubules in the brain, which at the moment of death, they kind of connect with the larger quantum field of consciousness, if you may. So all of that research is, just go Google it, Orko theory from Penrose and Hameroff. Penrose, the mathematician, a quantum physicist, and Hameroff, who is an anesthesiologist. So all of this that has a scientific background to it. But anyway, the whole idea is that people do have altered states of consciousness, and they connect to these other realms of reality, and they see quote unquote demons and angels and all these other beings in between. But this is mainly, as I said, in a different frame of reality, and it depends on the state of consciousness of the participant itself. Whether he might see demons, he might see himself as a demon, he might see angels, he might see himself as an angel. So in our mythologies and in our fantasies, in the epic medieval narratives, this whole idea of these cultists or necromancers just connecting to the demons from another realm and creating these portals to bring them forward is something that exists in real life. And Oblivion, especially in the Elder Scrolls, it just does a great job to talk about these portals and specifically the whole idea of the Mysterium Sarxes. I'm very excited about going through Oblivion again. So I'm gonna go a little bit. I did a lot of lore on this and this tonight. Just going to this, I am very surprised and happily surprised that there's a lot of lore in this game in Warhammer that I can tie to the research beyond the lore that I'll be doing in this channel. But I think I'll leave it here and I'll do it for the rest. I'm tired and I'm gonna be off the whole weekend. Anyway, if anybody catches this, thank you for watching and see you next one. Peace.